Let's hope it's all right. Oh, look at it.
I like doing things as good as I can possibly do it, and I had a dream after building a hot rod that did really well in shows in Australia. I had a dream of then building a car and taking it to the big stage in America. So that's where XBOSS was born, out of a vision to create the very best Falcon, in my mind, that I could build. There were actually no cars outside North America have ever gone to compete for the Riddler Award at Detroit Autorama. It's a hugely prestigious show and regarded as probably the most difficult custom car show award in the world to win. It's difficult because you get one shot at it. Your car can't be seen anywhere before the Autorama, and once you take it there, you can't go back next year after the judges have found a few faults. You just get one shot at it, and the best of the best compete for it, and we were able to compete, toe to toe with them. There's a massive amount of pressure, and
but it's self-pressure.
Oh, absolutely.
It's self-pressure. You strive to do the best you can do. There's no club or promoter or anybody like that putting the pressure on you. Chris is the leader of the team, and he puts the most amount of pressure on himself.
It takes an enormous amount of discipline to build a car to this level. The amount of times you build something, you think you've got it perfect, and someone taps you on the shoulder and says, "Oh, look, I can see a slight flaw in that." So you have to leave your ego outside the shed and go back and fix stuff that's just not right. Otherwise, it's almost pointless, taking your car halfway around the world.
Go this way?
I want to make that.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Alright, we'll drop it down there. Alright, keep it at 45. Back on. We're jacking it up so as we can start getting under it and polishing it and detailing it. Adjust a few things, make it look good for the show. What I'm going to do is if I can't get that panel off, when you open the door, and then I've got the bottom down, but I can't get the top because the rubber seal's holding it.
Oh, right, okay.
So, but I'm gonna. The other problem is I can't get both friggin' arms in here. So can you just gently push the top? Hang on. Push the bolts are there, and there. So if you can sort of try and push it this way.
Feel that?
Yeah, I can feel it. Yeah, keep going. Just come down as you go. There you go. Yeah, the boys have got it inside. Now push that side of it. So you just keep going like that.
Tight, isn't it?
Yeah, it sort of evolved. The dream for this car started about 10 years ago. I've always been into cars. I just love cars and mechanical things. I can't leave things alone. I tinker. So it really started off with that. I don't work in the industry with cars or anything like that. So this is just a hobby and a passion of mine. I'm very fortunate to be surrounded by a bunch of really good mates who share the same dream and passion. So yeah, this car wouldn't be built and be how it is without that whole group of people helping.
It's a 350 small block Chevy, an ex-sprint car engine. So it was raced a long time ago, but the engine builders reconditioned it since, and since then it's only been started about 6 or 7 years ago. For a short period of time, possibly, we don't know how long, we don't know anything about it. We don't know whether the timing's right or the carbies are dry, or we have no idea. So when we started, we're expecting the worst. Things can go wrong, spark, fuel leaks, bit of a backfire through the carbies, maybe a bit of fire, oil leaks, water leaks, we don't know. We just got to get it started. So we put all the precautions in place and hope for the best. And then if it runs, it runs. Right, so when you're painting it,
Yep.
I just want you no fingerprints, no chemicals,
No handling.
No handling.
Okay.
All right, a light dust coat,
Good, yeah.
just a nice gloss clear,
Yep.
and then
Oh, there's two of them, look.
there's 2 of them. And then what we'll do is 3 or 4 coats of clear.
Got it.
All right, over a good half hour or more. You know, give them a chance.
Yep.
And then on Monday we'll give them a light flat rub and a bit of a buff.
Sounds like a
All
plan.
right. Yeah.
Very good.
So yeah, and with a bit of luck they'll come up a bit better than that. But mount them up, right? Because I need the clear to go underneath as well. So you might have to double side tape them. A double side tape there.
Yep. So,
And then a can or something like that. Get them up so you can get a bit of clear underneath and everything. All right. So when Shane's finished, you can do that.
you've got to keep the old soapy water up to it. Clean soapy water so they don't scratch it again. This fine paper we're using at the moment, it takes all those fine scratches off. Makes it easier for polishing. Very beautiful. It's already been blocked. What we'll do now is just finish off this. 3,000. And I start.
When we got it, all the fab work and most of the body work was finished. So when we got it, we had to do some basically small body repairs just to get it a little bit straighter, and then had to redo the whole gaps, right? So the gaps on the car now, on the doors, boot and bonnet, 4mm, within a variation of 0.1 to 0.2 of a mil, and all the bolt-on parts like the grille and bumpers and taillight surrounds and stuff like that are 3mm, and again a variation of 0.1 of a mil. Everything's done with digital verniers, so it's very, very accurate. So then once we got all the gap work done inside the car as well, so all the dash and doors to the doors when they're shut, and throughout the whole car, all the gap work was finished, then that's when we pull it apart and we assemble it and make sure that the whole car is one piece. So we're working with the car as one, not as a door or a guard or a bonnet, a mirror. We make the whole car as complete, and then we sand the whole car as if it's one panel, not multiple panels, in a primer. Then what we did also is we left it as a complete car and then sanded the primer, so that way all the surfaces are perfectly matched to the next one. So every panel is perfect to the next panel, and every piece is perfect to that piece that goes on. So then we pulled the car apart completely, rubbed all the primers on the insides of the doors and bonnet and engine bay and underneath and everywhere, and then applied the paint, which I think we've got 4 coats of colour and then 4 coats of clear each time we did the colour. Then what we did from there was re-sanded the whole lot and did another 4 coats of clear, so that way all these green and blue and charcoal stripes are smooth. There's no bumps or lumps, it's all perfectly smooth. And then at the moment we're currently around 2,500 hours just in the sanding and polishing on this car, and that includes underneath and engine bay and engine and everywhere. You know, like that's a lot of hours for one car, but at this level that's what it takes.
Each other down the straight as the big Ford is roaring away. Here comes Richards down into the braking area now. This is where the big Ford really shines. He brakes.